Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Karl Bartling.
And I'm Bobby Bishop.
And welcome to another episode of PPC, Paid Ads,
Pixels,
and Cuban Sandwiches.
We're back. It's the third sandwich here. Where are we at today?
We are at the Floridian in beautiful St. Pete or Treasure Island, Florida. And they're known and awarded for their Cuban sandwiches. So that's what we're going to be diving into today.
Look at this thing.
It's a beast.
This is half of the sandwich.
That's a big head. And so we're going to be diving into some Cuban sandwiches, and then we're going to be also talking about the 5 things that are costing you thousands of dollars in your paid advertising when it comes to Google Ads specifically.
Mistakes that we see people doing every day that you could fix and save you a lot of money.
We got hundreds of counts across the desk, so we want to dive into those for you guys today. But before we do that, let's dive into the first bite.
First bite of the Floridian. Cheers.
Ooh, cheers.
Some good crunch. That's good.
Solid.
Okay. Remember, we can't give a rating right now. We're gonna do it at the end. Karl's always happy, the rating happy over here. Okay. We need to mull it over.
Right.
All right. So let's take a look at what they got going on here. We got our mustard on one side. That's the key to any great Cuban sandwich. We got our ham. Looks like a little salami, maybe. And then underneath here, of course, we got the cheese. Let's take a look at that. Ooh. Actually, double-sided mustard. They're going heavy on the mustard. I can respect that. All right, so we're gonna think about that over a few more bites. But what is the first thing, Karl, that people are doing wrong and costing them a lot of money?
So the first one is going to be not reviewing the search term report. And so many people out there watching it may not even know what that looks like. So the beautiful thing about Google is somebody actually searches a specific keyword or phrase on Google and the ad pops up. And with the search term report, when somebody clicks on the ad, it actually shows you what they searched for your ads to appear.
To stumble upon their ad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if I typed in, say, best Cuban sandwich near me, and I clicked on the Floridian's ad, then I would see that in the search term report that says the best Cuban sandwich near me.
Yeah.
And then that allows us to actually look if the traffic is quality or if it's irrelevant. So if we see a lot of clicks and not conversions, that's first report that we're looking at actually on a daily basis. It's kind of the central hub, per se, of that daily management inside of your Google ad account.
That should be almost first thing you do. You go into your account, look at the search term report, and then from there, I'm gonna guess that probably leads us into the second thing of negative keywords.
Exactly.
Now, why are negative keywords so darn important?
So we bid on keywords that we want to show up for, but when we look through that search term report, there's always keywords or phrases that we don't want to show up for. So that could be, things of nature, like a negative keyword could be hire or job opening or things like that. We're trying to attract customers. We're not trying to attract people looking for a job. So negative keywords are so important, and it really helps us vet our traffic.
That's something we see all the time at the HOTH. We go in there and we see, obviously, people are searching for SEO, but a lot of people are searching for SEO jobs or SEO careers. And while we hope they find their path in life, we don't want to be paying for that ad. We don't want them to click on the HOTH when searching for careers or a job.
Yep, exactly. And even getting more granular, that's kind of the basic level of that. But you can look at like things of like DIY, right? Or do it yourself. We add as a negative keyword a lot. We add in a lot of things like cheap, free. People, once again, we want to pre-vet our traffic. So if people are looking for free, that may not be the right fit for our brand or your brand out there. So we'll dive into the third one, which is all about message match.
Yeah.
So want to take that one?
Yeah, so message match is a huge one, and it basically just means aligning your theme from the ad to the creative to the landing page, and sometimes even down to the offer if maybe your offer is just a lead magnet. So what we see a lot of times is you might have an ad that talks about A, but then you get to the landing page and it's not talking about A, it's talking about B instead. And then people get there and they're confused. Well, I clicked on that ad, why am I seeing this? And then they just bounce. Or sometimes they get all the way in and maybe the lead magnet doesn't match up. So just aligning every step of the funnel and I've done it myself. I try and get overly creative. Like, all right, I phrased it this way on the ad, and I want to phrase it a little differently on the landing page.
Right.
No, sometimes your best bet is to just say the same exact thing.
Yep.
Match your message in the ad to the landing page to the lead magnet.
Yep. Yeah, and we don't want to give any bait and switch to the user. So once again, when they're actually searching for something, they want that solution, and that's the purpose of that ad, is to show up, catch their attention, and show that we have a solution for them. And once again, on that landing page and lead magnet, like Bobby said, give them that solution. Going into the next one is, once again, ties all into message match, into those negative keywords and search term report. The fourth one is going to be adding too many keywords into one single ad group. So when we look at a campaign, your ad groups are a way to keep organized and keep that message match really tight. So I'll give you an example with a web designer. You want to have 10 or less keywords per ad group, okay? And that one ad group may be all about web design, okay? Second ad group will be all about web design company. And maybe your third ad group would all be about web design agency. And so once again, when somebody types in web design, they'll have an ad all about web design, and that landing page will be all about web design. When somebody types in something about web design company, that ad for web design company will come up, and that landing page will be all about web design company.
Right.
So it's going to be really tight, really organized.
Message match.
Yeah,
Again.
exactly. All about message match.
Tight.
Keep it tight, keep it simple. And when you're managing it, because we don't ever want to set and forget things,
Right.
We keep it really tight, really simple. It's easy to manage and optimize your campaign. And then even kind of a very common mistake we'll say with like a plumber is somebody may look at plumbing repair near me, and then in the same ad group, they'll have emergency plumber. And so if you have that ad that comes up that just says plumbing repair and they typed in emergency plumber, it's very confusing because they're looking for more of that urgency. They're looking for action right now. I could be out of your house in an hour, things like that.
So it's worth it to split it up into separate ad groups.
Exactly.
You have this flow that talks about emergency repair, so when they type it in, they're getting those.
Exactly.
And you don't need non-emergency people seeing those ads, because
Right.
it's kind of confusing when you stumble across
Exactly. So, you know, different tone of copy, different tone of voice, basically. But once again, keeping it all simple. It's easy to manage the ad account.
Yep.
And not let it, you guys cost, because you'll end up getting impressions and a lot of clicks, but they'll be the wrong clicks when people are clicking it and not going over to the right landing page. So.
All right, well, Karl alluded to our fifth and final one while talking about that. But the fifth thing that we see a lot of people doing wrong is the setting and forgetting. We've all been guilty of it, and it happens way too much, but a lot of people are very eager to throw up a campaign. They get everything together, all their creatives and ad copies and offers and landing pages, and they put it up, and then nothing. They come back to it maybe a week or 2 or 3 later, and usually the results aren't great, and they're wondering, what the heck did I do wrong? I got this campaign up, where are the results? But you can't set it and forget it.
Exactly.
You want to talk a little about some daily optimizations, what they should be doing?
So kind of going back to our point here, you should be checking the search term report every day. And if you guys look below, we're going to actually link a blog post to this video that correlates with our points. You guys will be able to see how to access that search term report and more information on that, because that's like a fully loaded question right there. Adding in those negative keywords, and those are going to be more your daily optimizational pieces, and adjusting bid and much, much more from there.
Yep, I know sometimes you can go in there every day and maybe things do look great, and then you kind of can get a false habit of, all right, things are good to go, but you have to be in there every day, taking a look at what's going on. And again, maybe there's some days you don't have much to do, other days there's a lot to do, but just keep your ear to the ground, see what's going on in your account, and make those changes when necessary.
And you want to make sure you guys are on top of things. And once you guys get it to a good place and things are converting and you guys are optimizing it well, you're at a good place where it is more on that management, where you can just focus on adjusting ad copy, landing page copy, higher optimizations like that. But it definitely takes work. And it's just not a system you can just put down and Google does it all for you.
I wish it was.
Yeah, wish it was that easy, but it's not. And that's why a lot of people outsource their paid advertising and their marketing. And
Yeah. All right, should we do our final bite?
Let's do it.
Give a rating?
Okay.
Quantity, great. Crisp, great. Mustard, great. Hits a lot of the check marks.
Yep.
I'm gonna give this, I forget what I give it in the past, so maybe my calibration's off, but I gotta go 8.8 on this.
8.8. Solid. That's
It's
solid.
good.
8.8 out of 10.
Yep.
I'm gonna go a solid 8.4.
Okay.
Yeah, solid 8.4 in it.
I mean, we already knew my rating was gonna be higher than yours.
course,
That's how it goes.
Crisp, great bite, not too salty. Just overall really good. Consistent, I would
Yes.
say, on the few bites. So
consistent.
very good.
The Floridian, great job with your Cuban sandwich. We will definitely be back.
Yeah.
Well, that about does it here for episode 3 of PPC, paid ads, pixels, and Cuban sandwiches. Hope you enjoyed our talk about things to not do in your paid ads account. And if you need any help, reach out to our team here. Karl and his PPC experts are standing by, ready to talk to you. How do they get a hold of you, Karl?
Yeah, you can just go down, click the link below, and book a call with us. And we can talk to you about maybe your current ad account or your future ad account and what that looks like for you. So thank you for joining in, and I hope you're enjoying a Cuban sandwich while watching this. We'll talk to you guys soon.
Yes. All righty. See you guys.
Yeah.